Hello friends and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. Let's start our video with a story in which OP, a hardworking employee at a lottery ticket retailer, found a clever way to deal with the ultimate store parasite, Kathy. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. Here we go. Boss refused to ban problem customer, so I let Google Reviews handle it. So I've had my current job for almost 2 years. I'm disabled, and this is the only job I've ever been able to keep for longer than a month due to getting overwhelmed easily. Not going to say my exact workplace/chain, but we sell lottery tickets. For the first year I worked here, there was a woman named Kathy that would come in regularly. All my coworkers hated her, but my boss wouldn't ban her because he felt bad for her. Kathy would be in the parking lot from open to close almost every single day. The entire time she would come in repeatedly and buy lottery tickets. She would either keep winning enough to buy more, or she would spend every penny she had on lottery and start begging for free cigarettes, beer, etc. from both workers and customers. My boss knew this and still wouldn't ban her or even warn her. She actually used to work for him before I started, and she got fired because she was caught stealing entire cartons of cigarettes. My boss is super passive and sweet. Sometimes that's his weakness, though. Anyways, Kathy doing this prevented workers from doing any of their required side work. It pissed me off so much, I would even get rude with her and she wouldn't take the hint. My coworkers would do the same thing. She was either dumb or she knew what she was doing and just didn't care. After a while, I got sick of it. I made several throwaway Google accounts. My work doesn't have many reviews on our Google page, and the ones that are on there are positive, but my boss still keeps an eye on it. I used 2 accounts to post reviews mentioning Kathy as if I was a customer that got mad about her begging for money and for holding up lines for lottery. My boss ended up texting in the work group chat and said next time Kathy came in, whoever was working needed to tell her she cannot be in the store from now on, that there were customer complaints on the Google page. I was the one working when Kathy came in next. I felt so happy when I told her she was banned from the store. Haven't seen her since then, which was 7 months ago. Found out recently she's banned from several other stores due to the same reason she's banned from ours. It sounds as though she also has quite the gambling addiction. You may have helped her in ways you'll never know. I wouldn't expect she'd behave this way at other places, because at your place, she knew the boss. Hopefully this will be her turning point. And our second story. Wrong number? No problem. I'll still waste your time. I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home. I've had some health issues in the past, so I'm very thankful I have that option. My coworkers will often call me on my home phone during business hours because my mobile gets lousy reception in my area when the weather is bad. I don't mind. In fact, I prefer my home phone as long as the calls are only during reasonable work hours. As a result, I've gotten used to picking up immediately and not checking the caller ID during the day. While I've gotten the occasional robocall, this was my first random, "I don't work here, lady," call. I could tell it was a wrong call from the start, but I've also been really bored lately, so I couldn't help myself and decided to have some fun with the caller. Me equals me, IR equals irate lady. Me, hello? IR, where are you? No hello or anything. Me, at home? Where else would I be? IR, why are you at home? Me, what? IR, why aren't you at my house? Me, why would I be? It's not like we're dating or anything. IR, what? Me, who is this? IR, what's your name? Me, you called me. IR, tell me your motherfucking name right now. Me, I'm not giving you my name. IR, why not? Me, because I asked you first. IR, what? Me, I mean, it's only fair that you tell me your name when I asked first. IR, where's your manager? Your behavior is unacceptable. Me, my manager's at home too. Who the hell are you? IR, don't you dare speak to me like that. I need my AC fixed now. It's over 100 degrees today. Me, then you should probably call a repairman. IR, that's why I'm calling you. Me, lady, I work tech support. IR, what? What do you mean? Me, you know computers? I provide tech support for my company's users. She got quiet for a moment. IR, you're not the AC repairman? She calmed down as she seemed to realize something was wrong. Me. Nope. IR. Well, can you transfer me to him? Me. I could transfer you, but I don't think an accountant will be able to fix your AC either. They're great at helping you with your taxes, though. IR. Huh? Me. I work tech support for an accounting firm. She immediately hung up, but has since called back 5 more times today. I'm guessing she's still working on dialing the correct number. I've decided to have more fun with her, so each time I see her number show up on the caller ID, I immediately pick up and say, still not the AC guy, but if you'd like some help with your computer, my rates are reasonable. There's always a pause before she hangs up. I'd like to think that it's the words, "Oh, sorry to bother you," trying desperately to get out of her throat. In fairness, it really is over 100 degrees here today and will continue to be for at least the next 10-day forecast, so I don't blame her for wanting someone there ASAP. I just don't know the first thing about repairing an AC unit. Next time I'd answer with the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Like dialing the same number and expecting it to be a different company. And our last story. Entitled lawyer parks in a no parking zone, gets himself banned instead. This all started about a week ago when a self-important idiot decided that the no parking zone between 2 disabled spots was his personal VIP parking space. For those who don't know, those crosshatch spaces are there for wheelchair users. It's where the ramps unfold, where people can get in and out of their vans where they need room. They're not some free-for-all parking zone for lazy morons who think rules don't apply to them. Now, I work at a small cafe inside a supermarket, and it was a slow day. I had a clear view of the parking lot, so I noticed when Mr. Entitlement pulled up and wedged his car right into the disabled access space. A few minutes later, a disabled customer pulled into one of the actual handicap spots and immediately had trouble getting their wheelchair out because some jackwagon had blocked their access ramp. I had a moment to spare, so I walked outside and, as politely as possible, I said, "Me. Hey, mate, would you mind moving your car? A customer in a wheelchair needs to use that ramp." Him. "Okay," gets up. I nodded, said thanks, and went back inside, thinking I'd encountered a rare, reasonable human being. I was wrong. This guy pretended to get up like he was going to move his car, then just sat back down and watched. Yes, watched as the wheelchair user struggled to get out. He just sat there smirking like he was testing whether I'd actually call him out again. I shook my head in utter disbelief. The dude had zero shame. And just to make it worse, there were at least 2 or 3 free regular parking spaces right next to him. Fast forward 1 week. Guess who comes back and does the exact same thing? Oh, but this time he looks me dead in the eye, grins like an absolute troll, and waves at me. I'm already walking outside before he can even finish shutting his car door. Me. "Hey, mate, remember last week when I told you this was a no parking zone because it blocks people in wheelchairs?" Him. "So?" Oh, so we're going with pure, unfiltered a-holery today? Me. "Yeah, you can't park here. Please move." Him, smug as hell. "Who are your customers? Where do you work?" Me. "You know exactly where I work. You waved at me when you got out of your car." Now he switches tactics. He starts trying to intimidate me, stepping forward, reading my name badge like he's trying to memorize every letter. Him. "Who's your manager?" Me. "His name is blank. You're more than welcome to talk to him." Him. "Tell him to call me. I come here to get lunch and you're trying to be a hero? I will F you up." Oh, so now he's escalating to threats. Problem is he's at least 6 inches shorter than me, built like an undercooked breadstick, and his whole vibe screams, "Never been in an actual fight." I just raised an eyebrow. Me. "Why you being rude, mate?" Him. "I'm not being rude. That's a loading zone. People are allowed to park there." Me. "No, it's not. It's a no parking zone. And even if it was a loading zone, what exactly are you loading? Your ego?" At this point, I walk away because there's no reasoning with a brick wall. Oh, but he's not done yet. He follows me inside the supermarket, still ranting like a lunatic, and suddenly he plays the race card. Him. "You're just jealous because I drive a Mercedes." I hadn't even looked at his car. I genuinely thought it was a BMW. Then he doubles down. Him. "You hate that a black man is driving a Mercedes." Now, 2 things. He's Indian, not black. My manager, who's about to walk over, has a disabled parking permit because his son's in a wheelchair. So, unbeknownst to this idiot, he's about to have the worst realization of his life. The guy demands to speak to my manager, so my coworker goes to get him. In the meantime, I loudly remind him that there are cameras watching, Me. Careful what you say, mate. Everything's on video. Him. I don't care. Oh, buddy, you're about to. Manager comes down, and before he can say anything, the guy demands to speak outside. Manager. Sure, let's go outside. Nice day. I watch as they step out. The guy's still ranting, still pulling every excuse in the book, still calling my manager racist, still playing the victim. Then my manager calmly raises a hand and says, "May I speak now?" The guy pauses. Manager. Aaron's right. You can't park there. And then it hits him. The look of someone who just bet their entire life savings on a losing hand. This guy just spent 10 minutes screaming at a man whose own son is in a wheelchair about how disabled parking spaces don't matter. Manager snaps a photo of his car, smirks, and walks back inside. Before heading back to his office, he fist bumps me and says, "You did good." Oh, but this guy still isn't done embarrassing himself. He emails corporate to complain about me, my manager, and everyone else in the store who apparently disrespected his high and mighty presence. He even signs the email with his full name and phone number. Oh, and guess what? He's a lawyer. Well, lawyer. We half joked about calling his firm and letting them know that their big shot attorney was out here threatening retail workers over parking spots. A few days later, we find out he's been banned from the supermarket. Apparently, this wasn't his first rodeo. Now, whenever I go on break, I stroll past the parking lot just hoping to see him again. If I do, I'll make extra sure to smile and wave. Some people are just walking, talking entitlement issues. This guy really thought he could intimidate, threaten, and BS his way into just doing whatever he wanted? First off, parking in a disabled access space and smirking about it? That's a real scumbag behavior. The fact that he was so blatantly disrespectful twice, then tried to flip it on you when you called him out, is pure comedy. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.